Alive. Let me get my drawers up.
What do you want scrolling across the bottom?
What are we? Lime salsa verde.
Pork, right?
Yeah, pork chili verde is what we're making. But first, I'm going to make the lime salsa. Hi, everybody. And sound is good on this guy.
Yeah.
So if I walk over here and I talk like this, it's like definitely on the lav mic.
Look at this! Look at the scrolling.
That's really fancy.
I could say so many funny things.
You could put so many subversive messages. Can you put subliminal messages to tell everybody to buy Eat Happy Kitchen stuff?
Yeah.
Great.
Oops. There's another banner. Use banners.
To summarize your talking points. Number 1, hello. Number 2, hi, I'm Anna Vicino. And this is Megan the Mess. And we are here to live stream a cooking video to you, the internet. Michael's here, Carolyn's here, Bonadoc is here. We got Kurt. Looks like YouTube is very popular. If Facebook's more popular, then you guys have got to start commenting from Facebook, because or else we'll just stream to YouTube from now on.
Who's gonna win?
Oh, there's Teresa. I love it. And then LinkedIn. This is our first time streaming to LinkedIn, so we are. That's not the right website, Megan.
Eat Appy.
Eat Appy, what?
Eat Appy.
Susie's on Facebook. Susie, your delivery should be on its way to you. By the way, I thought I was sending my old Aura ring to Susie and my Gen 3, and I sent her the Gen 2 by accident, and now I'm sending her the Gen 3. And that's the power of Susie DeMeester, because she basically got 2 free Aura rings out of me, and I don't know who else has that kind of power. Megan, have you ever gotten an Aura ring from me?
No. What is that?
You need to work on. You need to work on your powers of persuasion. You need to take some lessons from Susie DeMeester, because she has not 1 but 2 Aura rings from me. Hello, Rose Dobbins is here. Everyone's absolute favorite Dobbins. Robin Dobbins is also here. My other favorite Dobbins is Matt Dobbins and Robin Dobbins. We love all the Dobbinses. Bob is here. Oh, Bob and Karen are here. Karen punked me at Jewel back in December. Her husband, Bob, overhead cam. We love it.
Testing it out. So it mutes
you. Your hair looks really pretty.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, you like did your hair.
I showered yesterday.
That smells so nice.
It's not. Can you smell it from here?
Yeah.
No, I got a new curling iron. I got one of those ones that you just like twirl your hair on instead of like whip it.
Yeah. I have one of those. I love those. Okay. Let's make
Back
stuff.
to food.
I've already preheated the oven. Here's why I'm making this, you guys. There are a lot of recipes in Eat Happy that don't have photographs. So there's a reason for that. There's actually several reasons for that. Number 1, there wasn't room to print photographs with every single recipe, because there are 154 recipes in the first book. And if I printed a photo with every recipe, the book would be too large and it would be too expensive. It was already expensive enough to print, as you can tell by the list price. The other thing is there were certain things that I didn't know how to photograph back then when I wrote that book. So now I am catching up, and I'm hoping that eventually I'll be able to photograph every single recipe. And I'll post this one on Substack for this week, and then eventually do a 10-year anniversary and then add new recipes to it and just make a big giant brick of Eat Happy classics. But for now, we're going to just start with a green salsa. I'm going to adapt this a little bit from what it is in the book. And that's because I'm going to use the taco seasoning to season the pork. But first, let's just start with salsa. I said in my post, I was worried that we wouldn't have, tomatillos are usually in season in like August here, but we had bunches of tomatillos. So I am going to show you guys these tomatillos. They're pretty nice. I have the oven preheated to 400. We just need to roast these first. We got to get a little roasted flavor in there. Tomatillos come with this husk that you have to peel off, and it makes your hands very sticky, and we're going to have to wash those off. So we're going to talk while I peel. This is about 1.25 pounds of tomatillos, and we're going to combine that with, I'm going to use shallot today because I ran out of onion. I have to save the onion for the recipe. We're going to do shallot, roasted tomatillos, hatch green chilies, lime juice, and that's about it. You could put some jalapeno in there if you wanted some heat, but green salsa is pretty flexible. The same idea goes into red salsa, but you use tomatoes instead of tomatillos. But we're just going to peel these husks off, rinse this, and roast these guys as is. You don't even need to cut them. We just got to get them nice and soft in the oven. I hope you guys are playing nice out there, except for to Kurt. Kurt is free game. Kurt Lapeard, I almost called him Kurt Russell. Oh my God, he wishes. He wishes. Maybe, Megan, do we have a grocery store update? Because I know we have McCafferty's and Grawls. We're about to load into Food Town, should be on the shelves very soon. Hornbacher's, Jewel, Central Market, and what's the other one? Pavilions all had really good sales this past month. That might be ending today or tomorrow, though, those promos. Gelson's is going to be on sale these next 2 weeks. What's our grocery update? You were just out in the field. What's the word on the street?
We're in 264 stores. I mean,
woohoo! That's awesome.
Wide, which is crazy. 265 counting the sale I did today, and we'll update you on that if you're in the North Hollywood area. But gosh, I thought that we wanted to say, Dorothy Lane, those people. Just all we need them to do is go in there and pretty much bother them about getting the sauces on the shelves.
Yes.
That's it. That's all. Like we're talking to the owner. They know who we are. We have the product. We just need them to say okay, and let's go for it. And it's going to take you guys going in there. So if you know a Dorothy Lane Market,
it's a very specific area, but I believe is it near Cincinnati or near Columbus, Dorothy Lane? I'm not sure. Someplace in Ohio.
There's a few of them, right, in Ohio?
Yeah, in Ohio. But I will also say that same rule applies to
everywhere.
Wegmans, Sprouts, Meijer, and what else are we pitching right now? There's so many.
Fresh Time Market.
Oh yeah, Fresh Time.
I've had a lot of trouble with at least getting in contact with someone with them. So
265. What happened?
There's 6 locations
here. Hey Josh. Hey Schmaps. Steve can see the comments. I might be missing some comments because I'm cooking. I'm busy. JK, I love you guys. Okay, we're going to roast these tomatillos. And the only reason I'm using a parchment paper is for easy cleanup. I like to put these guys face down. I'll probably mix them all around halfway through. We rinse them. If there's a little bit of dirt left on there, as we used to say when we were kids, God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. I don't know why we said that, but I think we said that as we were eating mud pies as children. God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. Okay. Putting that in the oven. While we do that, let's prep some onion. Well, let's do the onions first. I have a regular brown onion here. I always look for whatever the brown, white, or sweet onion is the least expensive. These guys were $1.49 a pound. There were no sales today. So that's what we're doing. Let's see. Yeah, the overhead cam. God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. Thank you, Megan. That's amazing. Yeah, just cut to the overcam. I'm curious to see what it looks like. Well, it's kind of wonky, isn't it? You know what? Because I'm going to have to troubleshoot that because I zoomed in on the camera, but then it doesn't quite work. Well, that's all right. At least we have an overcam, and that's because of Michael McCoy. Michael McCoy was like, "You better have an overhead cam next time, or I'm not watching your show." For every soup, you want to have a nice bit of diced onion, but this soup in particular, it's more of a chop. This soup in particular, I like to have a lot of onion. It cooks down nice and soft. Oh, and I'm going to tell y'all, I went to 2 grocery stores and they did not have, whoa, hey, get back in there. They did not have my beloved pork shoulder or butt that this recipe calls for. So I'm going to do it with a loin. Now, I would normally cut off big, egregious swaths of fat because we're going to cut these into pieces. All right, that's ready. Let me set that aside. Here's this beautiful 2.9 pound roast. It's a pork loin roast. I would normally, let's remove jewelry, shall we? I would normally cut off giant swaths of fat, but as you'll see on a pork loin roast, there's very little like giant swaths of fat. So therefore, I'm going to keep it on there because when this reduces, we want that fat to kind of render and soften the meat. We don't want to overcook the meat and have it dried out because there's no fat in there. You guys are having your own party, so that's good. I'm glad. I'm so glad. And of course, here comes poor Izzy, the blind Italian greyhound, who had a really rough weekend. We thought it was the end, but she bounced back. She bounced back, Megan.
What are you wearing?
Izzy's got 7 lives, apparently, or 9 lives. How many lives do cats have?
9. Cats have 9 lives.
Cats have 9 lives. Izzy's
got 7.
Yeah.
What are you wearing there?
Oh, wow. Here's the thing. Oh, you know what? You're reminding me about book bonuses. Everybody who pre-ordered the book, we have your email. I sent you an email last night. Now, it's probably 9 p.m. my time, which means midnight Eastern. So check your email. You have the discount code that you qualified for, plus a status update and a big thank you. Now, I didn't think that the bonus recipe PDF would drop until the book dropped. But right before we got on this live, look, I'm cutting these into 1-inch pieces. Right before the live, the publisher wrote me, the lady who does the layout, who it's amazing to have somebody do that. They wrote me saying, here's a draft of it. So it could be ready much sooner than that, in which case, obviously, I will send it out because I want you guys to have the bonus recipes. And hopefully it'll make you excited about the book. Now, see, this to me is just such a thick piece of fat. I am going to trim that down. I think I need to get my knife sharpened at the Solvang knife store. I'm going to go to a knife show there next weekend, or this weekend. Whatever, I go to knife shows. Megan teasing the hair. What kind of show is this? Oh, hey, Pumpkin. Richard Hargrove is here. How old is Izzy? Is 14 and a half. In May, she'll be 14 and a half. I hear her smelling. We call her Helen Smeller because that's the only scent she has left. The poor dear. I'm going to put this in a bowl because this is yielding a lot more than I thought it would. So let's get these cubes in this bowl. We got the Le Creuset at the ready. We got those tomatillos roasting. Okay, so yeah, so we might have the book bonuses available earlier. I didn't think that the publisher would have them ready so soon, but if they do, I might as well give them out to y'all because I want everybody excited about the book. Did everybody here pre-order? I would assume that y'all are in. Y'all are in. Oh yeah, Megan asked what I'm wearing. So this apron is what the people who ordered 10 or more books for the early bird will receive. And I love this apron. I wore it for the entire food show. And it's very comfortable. All right, we're almost done here.
We are on LinkedIn Live right now, too.
Oh, is it working? Are we on LinkedIn? I better keep it clean for LinkedIn.
Me too. That means I'm just going to go ahead and remove myself here. It's too hard for me.
Megan went on LinkedIn and LinkedIn just fired her. It's really strange. They just instantly, they knew. Hello, LinkedIn audience. I thought LinkedIn wasn't going to let us stream unless I had a certain number of followers on my company. This overhead shot is driving me nuts. We tried, you guys. We tried to get that overhead shot. I'm going to tweak on that. Let's dial the tech in. I heard an echo of. Have you guys made the recipe? It's super easy to make, other than this cutting part. By the way, you can also buy green salsa. You don't have to. Just make sure you check the labels for no sugar added. Can you guys hear the echo that's being perpetrated in the overhead cam? It's driving me nuts. Okay. We have cubed the pork. Ba-ba! You know what I want to do? The way I originally wrote the recipe, you don't season the pork pieces. But I'm going to do something a little bit different because you end up seasoning the broth. I love this recipe. You can tailor it and add whatever you want to. It's basically like a pork stew. And the longer you cook it, and the longer you let it sit, if you can even let it sit overnight and then reheat it, the better it is. I want to open this without getting raw pork hands.
There is no echo, by the way. That's just in your kitchen. Everyone else seems to can hear everything okay. Can you hear me?
Michael says the picture quality just went to shit. Well, it's probably my
internet. Might be your internet, because it does look a little blurry. Give it a second, guys. It'll come back.
I'm just doing this because this has enough salt, pepper, cumin, smoked paprika, garlic powder, onion powder. Oh, Megan, we have the everyday dust ready, and it is so flippin' good. I want the everyday dust to replace what's in everyone's salt shaker. Like I want it to be, it's that utilitarian. It is so good.
Okay. You scared me. I was like, what happened?
Another thing that I have, and I want to take it out. I try not to touch my, see? Okay, we got a little bit. See, we just solved a little bit of clumping with the fork. Look at that color. I love the color of this one. Isn't that pretty? So this is going to be a really nice chili verde. Got the cumin and the smoked paprika in there to really kind of bring it to life. Okay, this I'm going to set aside and then wash my hands. And let's check on those tomatillos. And if they're not ready, we're going to cut some shallots and start to get stuff in the Vitamix. Yes, yes. Let me see what's going on. Oh, Amanda, you can pre-order the book for sure. No matter what, everybody who pre-orders a book, even if it's up till October 7th, will get the bonus recipe PDF. Absolutely. Please do. We're still doing cleavage cam. Uh-oh. Oh, is that the overhead one or is that when I lean over? There's cleavage everywhere. Wait, hold on. Do that again, Megan. Yeah, it's kind of there. It's kind of there. Michael says barbecue dust is everyday dust. I'm so confused now. Don't be confused. So if you notice, a lot of my recipes have some form of salt, pepper, or onion powder, garlic powder in them, and then either green onions, regular onions, garlic, and it's like the flavor starter. It's the flavor booster, and that's what the everyday dust is intended to replicate. As soon as we get these labels designed and everything printed and everything fulfilled, right now we have to do a reorder of our regular spices because we're actually almost out of all of them. We're very low. And I swore the last time we got low, it would never happen. It will never happen again. And here we are. It's just one of those things that we need money to be able to place the order. And we keep spending money because we have to get into grocery stores and do these trade shows. Where's my sponge? And then then I look up and go, oh crap, we're low on spices. So I'm figuring it out, you guys. I'm figuring it out. Let's see. Yeah, you're going to like it. You're going to like the everyday dust. You're welcome, Amanda. Thank you for supporting. So yeah, everybody who's ordered basically today onward, pre-ordered the book, it's a different set of bonuses. One of the bonuses that I set up is the PDF of Eat Happy for the Holidays, which is for people who ordered 3 or more, because I'm actually going to sell that PDF. So I took it down because it's for the early pre-orders. Hold on. I know what I'll do. I'll cut shallots on the little tiny cutting board because you don't really, all I'm trying to do is just get the paper off of here. That onion paper. Oh, come on. Nope. There it is. Do you guys know that a shallot is a hybrid of an onion and a garlic? True facts. These are true facts. I love shallot. One of my favorite scents in the entire world is butter sauteing in a pan and minced shallot cooking in said butter. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, we're just giving those a loose chop. Those are going to go in the Vitamix. I'm going to make this a lime chili verde. Now, you guys know at my website at annavicino.com, one of my all-time favorite summer oh, who's calling me on my, did it interrupt? Craig. Oh my God, my phone answered. My phone that's overhead answered the phone. Greg, if you can hear me, we're busy. Hang up.
What are we gonna do? You gotta do that do not disturb thing.
Oh, that doesn't stop Greg. He always disturbs.
Doesn't stop him.
He's very disturbing. Okay, so I'm going to put lime in here. Oh yeah, at annavicino.com, one of my all-time favorite salsa recipes is the lime salsa verde, and I use that in the fried cheese surrounded by lime salsa verde. I'm going to do about a lime and a half because this is what I have on hand. Save your limes, even if they look like that, they're still perfectly good. I always leave my citrus on the counter, but if you're noticing that it's going bad, just put it back in the fridge and it'll make it keep for like another week. This is the way I store all of my fresh herbs from the store. You put water in the thing. I don't like seeing Megan laugh like that because then I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Oh, I cussed on LinkedIn.
That's why I took myself off because Eddie made me laugh. I have a little bit of a sipper.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just realized I was still on camera.
Why doesn't Eddie come say hello? Eddie, there's a camera. Get in front of it.
What's going on? What's cracking?
How are you?
I'm better now.
Yeah,
Saying
see?
hello.
That's called charm. That's called charm.
Trying to see who has crazier eyes, Megan or me.
It's me.
All right, but that's a given. All
right. First of all, it's me.
Love it.
We're going to record here in a little bit, so right after we're done here.
Oh, that's good. Thank you for waiting so patiently.
No,
these guys are not ready.
Here. This is a lot more fun doing this than it has been on any other platform.
I'm really liking StreamYard. I think StreamYard's the way to go.
We found our juice here.
Finally. I'm just gonna start cooking soup because the tomatillos need like another 5 or 10 minutes, you know. Oh, Richard says, are you doing a show up in the Central Valley? Fresno, Merced, Modesto, Stockton. No, not because I don't want to. Just because I'm not. Steve, Giant Eagle is being difficult. I think they're getting tired of me bothering them. I'm working on local Fresh Time right now. Oh, that's good. Yeah, Fresh Time is we like them. We're presenting to Giant Eagle, but there's only so much that, you know. There's only so much nagging you can do. Trust me, because I'm a nagger, almost a professional nagger. Yeah, I think. Let's see. Go, Megan. Enjoy that drink. Megan, what's your drink? Let's do this. Let's do Villa Capelli. Let's get the Le Creuset going. My Le Creuset is getting more and more damaged. I think it's about almost 20 years old. I know they say they're supposed to last forever, but honestly, mine could stand to be re-enameled. That's how much I've abused this thing. You guys recognize this thing because it's in every cookbook that I have. I just put about a tablespoon-ish, maybe more, of oil in there. We've used Barkeep's Friend. We have scrubbed. We've used the lemon and salt. Show us the new decanter. You mean this? Or do you mean Megan's decanter? Did Megan get a decanter? I'm not following along.
Nothing to do with me, but you're cracking me up. I'm like
this. Okay, so I have a video where we decanted an entire bottle of Côte d'Aron.
That is a reel and is on all platforms. I love it.
On all platforms. And I got to tell you, people get very upset. But a level 3 SOM came to my house and did that shit. So don't at me with your BS. Okay. If a
So
level 3 Somm is decanting, it's aerating in a Vitamix 10 years of aging and a bottle that could lay down for another 10 years. But no, we're going to put it in the Vitamix and decant it. And it was wonderful. Oh, yes. Thank you. But they meant this decanter. The Villa Capelli one. See that? Villa Capelli. Steven said he's going to put these up for sale on the site, but I checked the site a couple days ago and I didn't see them. So I will nag Steven about that. Let me put my ring back on before I forget it. I'll nag him about that because I love this thing. It has a little topper thing. And by the way, the old decanter is not that far. The Vietri one that I love is not that far. But in decanting into this one, I had never really fully cleaned that one out for like years, and it just had olive oil sludge at the bottom. Yes, I will nag him. I know. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb. Okay, so we're heating that up. Let's get these onions going. Because what we're going to do is get these onions nice and soft for a few minutes. I already hear them sizzling. Try not to spill. Get these onions soft. And then we're going to bring in, this is where I like that we have the overhead cam, although I wish we could zoom. There's no way to zoom it in, Megan, from the, like, you can't zoom in the shot, can you? StreamYard. Get it together, StreamYard.
I can cinema layout it. But there's only, when I do that, yeah, I can kick it from the studio because it sees it as a different person.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right, well.
I can solo it so it's a little bigger.
You know what I need that overhead light to go. I'll light it better.
We'll just zoom in next time.
I'm going to cut some, No, I'm not cutting cheese. Thank you. Lauren Tarquinio off camera has just joined us with a cutting the cheese joke. We love him for it. I've already washed these, and then you put it in there, and then it lasts longer. First of all, I'm going to rip just a bunch off because I like cilantro to put it in the salsa. Gives a nice freshness. Don't worry about stems. But the garnish that we're going to use, oh God, don't burn, onions. Don't burn. You know what I'm going to do? Do a little more of this guy. Did anybody try the shaker tops? This is an older one because I've got the metal plug. Did I tell you guys about somebody? I'm doing about, I don't know, a teaspoon in there. Somebody wrote me, Megan, saying they got 4 canisters or 2 twin packs of barbecue dust, and they happened to get 3 with the shaker top and 1 with this metal top. And they were like, I can't open it. It has a metal plug at both ends, but they had never ordered the spices before. So it made sense why they were like, what is this? So we had to, that was cute. And it made me laugh. But not the customer because they were very annoyed. Oh, well, these things happen. But yeah, I showed them the video on how to open it and all is well. Okay. I'm just cutting off. This is for later. Some cilantro for garnish for later. And I'll also cut some avocado while we're waiting for this stuff to cook. Maybe I shouldn't talk so much at the beginning of the video and I should just get to cooking because obviously everything's taking longer than we thought it would. Okay, that's good. I don't like the stem. Get out of here, stem. It's okay if it's in the salsa, but not okay if it's on the garnish. What just fell? What just fell? Oh, a spoon. This is smelling incredible. And we love it.
Someone asked if there are any pucked up spices left.
Oh yeah, they found one more box. So we have like I think 60 or 65 twin packs left. So we'll keep selling those until they're gone. I told Matt and Todd that we should have just sold them at full price, because after we started selling them, everyone was like, we don't care that they're bucked up. And I was like, oh, damn. Well, we sure lost some money then, didn't we? But no, it was important to do that. They're perfectly good. Perfectly good. Okay. Got some, whoops. I just like to cut the big egregious pieces. Well, they were harvesting some cilantro down the street from our park, and the whole air smelled amazing. Unless you hate cilantro, then you would be pissed. Okay, we're saving this little bit of garnish for later. Cilantro and any fresh herb is one of those things that gets everywhere. What did I say I was going to cut? Avocado. And some lime wedges. The trick with limes, especially with these ones that aren't over ripe like my other ones were, these beautiful limes, but they're too firm. So you just got to do one of these things. And it kind of softens up all them little juicy pockets. You got to soften up the juicy pockets. This is in the way. Don't forget the marinara too. Yeah, get the marinara, get it. Megan, I just put the dill on TikTok Shop and invited some creators to see if they would make some videos. So we will see what happens. And because people have been saying they've been selling their products out with TikTok Shop, so I've avoided being on it. But then, because we were running out of stock, but we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens when the rest of America discovers our delicious seasonings
via TikTok.
Let it take TikTok by storm. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Kurt took his pucked up barbecue and put it into a Vitamix or a food processor or grinder. And Kurt's on grinder. Sorry. Couldn't resist. And ground it up so it's really fine. Oh, I know what I'm going to try to show you guys something. You're not even going to, I can't show you the outside of it. Can you see that? Oh, I have cilantro on my hands. You see that? Can anybody guess what that is? Steve is getting alligator meat. Who in the chat can help him? See that? Yes, Carolyn. Cheese balls. This is our newest product. Cheese crisps with the dill. It's so good. But I can't show you the wrapper yet because we had to sign an NDA. I'm going to be so addicted to them. We're doing the barbecue dust with cheddar and the cheese balls with Gouda. Okay, that's beautiful. That's ready to go. And that's going to be our next product after we launch the Everyday Dust. I'm so excited. It tastes like a Cool Ranch Dorito, but it's no sugar, no carbs, no grains. This is a lot of pork. I'm actually going to add, I have to do it with this hand now, the non-pork hand. I'm going to add some more olive oil. California cooking is very different than Atlanta cooking. I will say that. Let's just get all those guys in there. And we're going to get the tongs out and start to toss those. We're probably going to have to sell the cheese crisps in larger cases, kind of like how Vinny sells his nut butters in packs of 10. But I want to see if we can I'm going to see if we can do like sample packs, maybe of like 3 of each flavor, so you guys can try them and then hopefully reorder them by the case. We're not going to go to grocery stores with these. These are just going to be direct to consumer. Megan, did that make you jealous to see those cheese?
Yeah, because when we did our little team meeting, we got to try them all, and they were lovely. I kept eating them. I don't know if you saw me. I kept sneaking back.
Good. Well, we finally got
work.
spices ground. The thing is, we're trying all these things, and then we had to get spices that were ground fine enough to be able to stick to the cheese.
We'll just put them in Kurt's Vitamix.
Put them in Kurt's Vitamix. That's the answer to everything.
That's called a throwback. You like that? I did that.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Congratulations.
Someone asked about pork rind, though. Are we going to come up with a pork rind product?
I need to get people buying the things that we're already selling. Does that make sense? Yes. When I'm finally funded. And shout out to my listener investors. You know who you are. We're waiting to get our lead investor. And then the capital call is coming in. And then when we have funding, look out, Megan. Because we are bootstrapped bitches right now is what's going on. I know I'm stirring this in a very strange way, but the pork is starting to get a little browned on the edges. Let me move this guy. I think we are done with that. I think we're, oh wait, hold on. This is not centered on the burner. That drives me nuts. I wanted to do some avocado here. I've applied to Shark Tank. And the Shark Tank casting director, because I know who she is. Her name is Mindy. She walked past our booth at Fancy Food. There was a couple times. We had a really good show. That's a good looking avocado. There was we had a really good show, really good conversations, but there was a couple of times, and I should tell the Erewhon story on the podcast. And that was one of those ones where I was like, hey, Shark Tank! Like I yelled at her and she just was like, no. She kept walking. I was like, okay, great. Love you too. I would have fun on Shark Tank. But if it's not meant to be, we'll see. This is what I always take the spoon. I kind of, if there's any like brown, what avocado is perfect? Is there ever a perfect avocado? I will say I am absolutely OCD about washing anything that has avocado immediately after like it cuts it or touches a spoon because that stuff is sticky and annoying. This is getting a really nice sear on these pieces. So there's so much pork in here. We're just flipping it over. We're going to make this nice, rich pork chili verde. Well, I think I was supposed to put in the hatch chilies before the pork, but oh well. Let's just do some really pretty, hey. Who doesn't love there we go. The little fan of avocado. Oh, wait, here, no, wait, we're losing the light. Here, cut to the front. There it is. I love a fan of avocado. I'm a fan of fanned avocado. Boop. Okay, now we're ready for a couple servings. But I'm washing the knife right away because I don't want that shit stuck to my knife. Drives me crazy.
Marie B said, can Anna do a quick recap of the recipe so far?
Yes, yes, yes. We had a friend's mom. She answered the phone like this. Yes, yes, yes. And so we honestly do that constantly. So yes, yes, yes. Lime salsa verde. which is right now, I put some shallots, some cilantro, and juice of 1.5 limes. I am roasting tomatillos in the oven at 400, 425 to get a little like sear on all that. I'm going to add that here. We're going to make the lime salsa. In here, I have chopped up a pork loin roast because they did not have a shoulder or butt at my grocery store. So I had to buy a loin roast, which honestly, it might have been a little cheaper and actually a little smaller. It's a 3-pound roast. I cut it into 1-inch pieces, and I only discarded, I think, 1 piece of egregiously giant fat. So I'm just getting a little sear on all these guys. I seasoned these with the Eat Happy Kitchen taco seasoning. Boop. And I heated up a sweet onion that I chopped. Now I'm just searing these guys, the pork. Let's just go ahead and put this. Hatch green chilies. I get the mild. You can get the spicy. You're always welcome to add jalapeno or serrano to anything. Let's do this. Get those Hatch chilies mixed in there. Oh no! Escape artist. Okay. Now what's going to happen is we're going to pour 2 cups of chicken broth. This is store-bought. I'm ashamed to admit. But I haven't made a whole chicken in a while. And I ran out of all my frozen. So we're going to put 2 cups. I bought what I thought to be like the most flavorful bone broth that I could find at the store. However, as this cooks, I'm going to give it some salt, because usually the store-bought is not as salted as the one that you make at home, because we all put, enough salt in there. Let's check these tomatillos. They've got to be ready by now. Yes, perfect. Woo! It's hot. Let me show you this real quick. Oh, wait. Yeah, you want to do the overhead? See how they're pretty well roasted. They're very steamy. The steam is coming off of them. But right now, I'm going to get this Vitamix out. I know what I'll do. I'm going to get a fresh set of tongs and scoop them in this way. It's very, very hot. I mean, temperature hot. These are not spicy. Woo, hey. And because I have the parchment paper on there, none of this stickiness will matter. But I do want that liquid. Let me try something. Hold on. I want the liquid. Can I do this without it being super messy? Let's see. Let's see. Yes, there we go. Well, that flavor is going to contribute. Now, I do not put salt and pepper into my green salsa. To me, it's flavorful enough without it. If you want to do that, do it to taste. Again, I would add some jalapeno in here if I was going to give it a little heat. But right now, I'm not going to do that. Let's see. Too many things plugged in over here. All right, we're finna get loud. We're finna get loud. But it won't take that long. Make sure everything's secure, because this thing is a beast. Taste?
That's the quietest I've ever heard.
Well,
that thing.
I'm a lady. Thank you. That is so good. You cannot beat homemade salsa. I could drink that. In fact, that should go like as a flavor element in like a margarita. Megan's writing notes. Lime salsa margarita.
Started speaking my language.
Mm-hmm.
Understand. Or Bloody Mary, maybe.
Okay, I'm here for that. I'm putting a cup of this in here. And I'm saving the rest. Now, here's the part where I can't hang out with you guys because we're basically done. This part is done. Let me stir this up in here. I'm going to bring this to a boil and then let it simmer and cook for at least an hour. I want all this pork to get nice and soft. We got the green chilies in there. We got the onions. We have the pork. We have the salsa, and we have the chicken broth. I do not want to give this a taste until after it's cooked, and that at which time, if we need to add some more salt, we certainly can. And this recipe is just I'm going to do it right now, though, a little bit. And some pepper, too. This recipe is so simple and easy. It's just a matter of you got to make sure you get that roast, you know? And it yields a lot. So if you have a big family, this is good for them. And if you don't have a big family, you can save some. So I like to serve it with avocado, lime wedges, the avocado that I sliced, the lime wedges that I sliced, and the cilantro garnished on top. If you do dairy, you can do the creme fraiche or sour cream on top, or a queso fresco is really good. Oh, let's say hi, Izzy, now that we're done cooking food. Here she is. She smells the cooking of the food. Say hello. What's in your mouth? Seriously, what's in your mouth? All right. She knows she's near the food. That's what she knows. She can smell the food. I love you. Go over there. Go over there. I have to put her in a place where she knows where she sees things. Yeah, so if you're not doing dairy, this is super easy to do dairy-free. You could add more vegetables in there. You could put asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower, rice, whatever you want. I know people traditionally serve this as a stew, as a soup, and sometimes they serve it over rice, but we don't do that. So we're doing low carb. Thank you. She's adorable. Don't be a dork. Use the pork, Susie. You can, of course you can use beef. Beef chili verde. Absolutely. Chicken chili verde. It's just, all it is basically meat cooked with green salsa and chicken broth. That's all it is. Thank you. Everyone's signing off. I think we're pretty much done. Let me know. I think I'll type this up. I'm going to get a good picture of it, and I'll type it up for this week's Substack. Megan, did I forget anything? This is really good looking, and it
Probably,
smells.
but I don't think so.
I said a lot of words.
You did.
Was the sound okay with the microphone?
I think it's good. Yes, it'll be great. It'll be a lot better than
Your
last
hair
time.
looks so pretty.
Thanks, Anna.
What? No. Okay.
I
Good.
cook
Rose is gonna
tomorrow.
cook
Everyone thinks
tomorrow.
you're awesome.
Bonadoc, thank you.
I cookbook for pets.
Just make them chicken and rice and vegetables. There you go. You should make a low carb. Oh yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad it sounded good. Oh, Susie has a son or two that won't eat pork. Yeah, beef is totally. You can totally do beef. You can totally do chicken. Not a problem at all. This is awesome. I'm so glad that I made this. See, this is why Megan. We need her kicking my ass because she's like, girl, you need to make something that you haven't taken a picture of. And I was like, okay.
I need more
Oh,
pictures.
Melody, send Rick my love. And you too, Melody. I mean, I love you both. That's a given. I'm trying to think what else. No, not this weekend because it's Easter this weekend, right? Next weekend, I'll be demoing at Gelson's and Pavilion. Every Saturday in April, I'm going to be demoing somewhere in SoCal. So we'll figure out that schedule, Megan. We'll post some things about that. As soon as I can get to the East Coast, I will go to the East Coast to do that round for Grawls and McCafferty's and Murphy's. I know Rouse's and Brookshire's are two other ones that we are pitching right now. Thanks, Brandon. Thank you for being here. So Wegmans, Sprouts, Meijer, Rouse's, Brookshire's. We have a lot of pitches out right now. Bitches with pitches. That's what we are.
We need a shirt. No one wants to send that shirt. We're bitches with pitches.
Bitches with pitches. Oh, that should be a group that helps women. You know what, Michael? We can't do Food Lion, and here's why. The markup is too high from UNFI, who's the distributor. So we would be on the shelf for too much money. And also, I believe that that's the one that charges about $30,000 a SKU slotting fees. So not in the cards right now. That Food Line would be like in 3 to 5 years, we'd be able to get on the shelves once we've grown. Trade market, pitches with bitches. I mean, bitches with pitches.
Thanks, Steve.
Steve is obviously our East Coast rep for Eat Happy Kitchen because he's working on Food Line. I mean, I'm sorry, he's working on Giant Eagle and Fresh Time. Oh yeah, Fresh Time is another one we're pitching right now. Here's what's interesting, Megan. The buyers who are from the Midwest, they would stop and talk and tell me everything. I love people from the Midwest. They cannot help themselves. They're so helpful. And then the East Coast people come by and they're like, I don't know. Or the California people are like, I don't know. Like, oh, here, I'll do my impression of the Mother's Market, not Mom's on the East Coast, Mother's Market down in Orange County. They have like 20 or so. This is the Mother's Market buyer. And you try to ask me, you want to try a sample or whatever. I'm going to do my impression of him.
Am I asking about the sauce?
Yeah, you're asking me to try samples.
Okay.
This is the booth. Pretend this is the booth. We're setting a stage. Pretend this is the booth. Okay.
Okay. Are you being him? Sir, did you have that's our did you want to try a little? No. Well, did we have these spices? Did you? Okay. Yeah, no. Do you have any questions about the product? I mean, see you later.
That is no exaggeration. And they're the buyer because they have the lanyard and the badge that says it has a green stripe and it says their name and I recognize its name and it says Mother's Market. So you're like, all right. Well, no wonder you've never emailed back. I doubt you look at emails.
I doubt you know what an email is.
Yeah. So all good.
He's not watching.
He's not.
He's not. He doesn't know what a computer is.
He's 1,000% not watching, nor does he care. Even if
one of those big box computers I used to play Oregon Trail on. That's what he's staring at.
Yes, the Oregon Trail. What a good game. What a good game. Shop and Saves? You mean
I've heard of that store.
Shop and Save or Stop and Shop?
I think it's Shop and Save.
Shop and Save. I don't know that one. Jeremy Zimmerman, Sprouts. The Sprouts buyer came up the first morning of the show and grilled me. We have a presentation out. I've been emailing and LinkedIning with her, and she's delightful. Oh, Shop and Save. I don't know why I don't know Shop and Save.
I'm looking it up.
Allison, I will text you for sure. Yeah. So Sprouts, anybody is a Sprouts. Anybody is a Sprouts shopper. Here's what they're going to do. Right now, they're tasting the samples because they want to. She says they want to do this, but they haven't said yes yet. It's called the Innovation Program. If you walk into a Sprouts, there's like a table of new products or brands that Sprouts is trying out, and they want to put us on that. And if in 90 days we sell through the product that they order to all the Sprouts for the innovation table, then they will consider putting us in the regular shelf space. So it's really, really important if you're a Sprouts shopper to write your local Sprouts and tell them. Yep, little. I think that's how you say that one. LIDL. That's on the list. That's another retailer that wants an EDLP. Lori, come see me. Come see me in SoCal. Seriously, when we're demoing, we get so bored. And I do my best to tackle and talk to every single human who walks past me. But it's so much more fun when you guys come out. We basically hang out at a grocery store and have a party. So come hang out. It's super fun. I'll post the schedule. Okay, we're done. Megan, go record with Eddie.
I will. Thanks.
Mwah.
Good job. We'll see you guys soon. We're going to do more of these.
We're going to do more. Stay tuned. Stay posted. Yeah, I'm going to text Allison about Shop and Save. Oh, yeah, Lori's in Long Beach. I'm going to be in Marina Del Rey. Probably that's the closest to you that I'm going to be in the next month. Pavilions, Marina Del Rey. One of my favorite pavilions. Okay, bye, guys. Mwah. Thank you.